And welcome back. The New York Botanical Garden is renowned for its offering of the nation's largest plant-related continuing education program for adults that features over 700 classes, workshops, and lectures annually. We've got with us now the director of the continuing education program at the New York Botanical Garden, LaToya Strong. And LaToya, good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, I talk about the Botanical Garden all the time because it literally is one of the biggest staples that we have here in our borough, but it's also attracting so many different people.
Yes, yes. The garden was established in 1891. We're proudly rooted in the Bronx. And there's many, many ways that one can interact with the garden, including our continuing education program.
Yeah, so somebody says continuing education, Botanical Garden. Doesn't sound like it goes together, but it does.
It does. It goes together so well. Our continuing education program, so we serve adults, and there's many different types of classes that you can take in many different ways. And so we have our certificate programs, which are adults who maybe want to start a new career, they maybe want to change their career, or they maybe want to bolster their career. We have workshops, we have classes that you can come and take for fun. So there's many different ways to learn. You can take classes in person, you can take classes online, you can take them blended. So it really is, you can build your own style of learning.
How big is horticulture education?
In the world of horticulture education is very big. But, and so we have the continuing education program, for example, and then we also have the School of Professional Horticulture. And so that is a 2-year full-time program, which is more of a college experience, if that's what you were looking for to go through in a cohort route.
So you have great instructors, of course. I know there are experts out there.
We do have great instructors. So some of our instructors are New York Botanical Garden employees. And so we have one person who manages all of our woody plants at the garden, and she leads the team, and she's brilliant. Her name is Melissa Finley. She teaches for us. So you can come and you can take classes with the people who are managing the grounds. But we also have folks who don't work at the garden who are experts in their field. And they're practitioners, and that's also who are leading our classes.
Are you finding, is there any particular class that people are literally gravitating to during this time of year?
You know, this time of year, fall is kicking off, and so our fall classes, so we have like fall springs and shrubs, fall shrubs and trees that a lot of folks like. Our floral classes are always popular. Our gardening classes are always popular because there's always something to do in your garden regardless of what time of year it is.
Talk about urban areas for a moment, because this is very important to see. And sometimes we see blight, sometimes we don't see enough, right? But there is an importance of seeing that. I think one of the things that gives the Bronx its beauty is not just the fact that we've got great greens and we've got great horticulture going on. Talk to us about the importance of it, really, in urban areas.
Yeah, so the Bronx is the greenest borough in, in New York City, so I just want to name that.
Okay.
But yeah, plants and trees are incredibly important in urban areas. One, for mental health. Two, for air quality. But we've had over the past month, we've seen the heat waves that have been hitting New York City, and having a lot of trees in urban areas provide tree cover, provide shade that cools areas off. And so having trees in cities are really beneficial for the citizens.
Yeah. What are you finding by way of students coming through? I mean, you offer a multitude, and I say diverse learning opportunities out there. What are you finding by way of students? Is it something that's becoming more and more passionate by people wanting to learn, wanting to know more as we become more of this, eco-society?
Yeah, and so we have many of our students are folks who were I was on this route, I was a lawyer, or I was a teacher, or I was doing something else, and then I was called to do something gardening or horticulture or landscape design.
Any news anchors?
Well,
we might be starting, right?
Have you taken a class with us before?
I haven't.
Oh, well, you have to come down.
Okay.
Has anyone else taken a class with us before?
They say no.
No. Okay, so we're gonna organize a BronxNet field trip to the New York Botanical Garden.
We're gonna have to do that.
We're gonna have to do it.
Okay. So when you go, obviously, I think sometimes what happens is people have one assumption, but by the time it's all over, they walk away with a different perspective, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Because there's just so many different areas in which horticulture can branch. So are you going to if you're a floral designer, are you going to focus on only sustainable floral design? If you're a gardener, are you thinking about native plants, or are you thinking about tropical plants? So there's just so many things that you can learn.
And you got some seasonal workshops that you do, obviously. So talk to us a little bit about some of those seasonal workshops that some of our people can become more familiar with.
Yeah, so we have seasonal workshops where we can only offer it in the spring or the fall because that's just how nature works.
Right.
But then we have seasonal workshops based on holidays. So in December, we have winter solstice, we have Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah. And so you can take classes maybe because you want to create presents for people. So we have a botanical card workshop coming up this year where you can make your own botanical holiday card that you can give to people. We have seasonal workshops that's related to our exhibition. So right now we have Wonderland going on. So we have courses that's related just to Wonderland. We have our orchid show every year, our train show every year, and so we have
Been
workshops.
to the train show. Matter of fact, MC'd at the train show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've been down.
And it's coming back, so maybe you should come visit us again.
I probably will. You know, you've got us all going to class right now. In the words of Jack Nicholson, if I'm going down, you're going down too. So we're all going down. We got to go down to class and really find out. But as I really talk from a serious perspective, what I love the most about the Botanical Garden is how people just gravitate. And it could be the little child, and then again, it could be the adults, and all of it just leads to this whole educational experience. So even if you're not coming for formalized education, the reality is once you leave there, you've got the educational experience by the time you left.
Absolutely. I mean, we have so many different gardens. We have a rock garden, a native garden. We have our conifer, our azalea garden. And so you can go in and just see just the diversity of plants through the color, the shapes, the sizes, and just walk away understanding sort of the role that plants play in our life and in our world.
Okay. So since LaToya called us out, I'm talking to my producer upstairs. Latricia, make sure you get us all signed up. But in the meantime, if you want more information, thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you so
much. If
much.
you want more information, we want you to visit the website at nybg.org. And you might see our faces on the website because it's going to be a class or something. Don't go anywhere. We got more open coming up right after this.